Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody, and good afternoon and good night, depending on when you see this. I'm Dr. Leona Mercury, and I am here for your divine feminine, divine masculine, and divine human energy reading today. We have all these different piles. This is our divine masculine, right over here. This is our divine human, and this is divine feminine. Now, this week coming up, we have a big eclipse. It's a solar eclipse, and it's happening on the 24th to the 25th, depending on where you are in the world. It's also Diwali, which is a holiday that invites light into the world. And in fact, during the solar eclipse, even though light is going to be eclipsed, what's interesting is there is a stellium happening in the 7th house of Libra in Vedic Astrology. I'm a Vedic astrologer. What is a stellium? It's 4 or more planets in the same house. My tarot readings involve a lot of Vedic astrology and astronomy in general, because Vedic astrology is based on astrophysics and advanced mathematics. A lot of the 15,000-year-old discipline has actually been proven by modern astrophysics and advanced mathematics today. So it's great because somehow Vedics knew the distance between the Earth and the Moon well over 15,000 years ago. 15,000 years ago is just the first evidence of any written anything about the Vedas or Vedic philosophies, including Vedic astrology and remedies like Ayurvedic medicine and something called Vastu Shastra, which is about architecture and engineering and how to use energy within a space to help you make money and have success and increased health and happiness. That's what my channel is all about, increasing people's happiness, health, and wealth. If that resonates with you, please come over to Patreon and support me there. I am a 31-year cancer survivor. I was quite literally a teen when it first hit me. When it came back, I was given 2 years to live. I wasn't even 30. And I began my studies with a Siddha guru, and I used Vedic astrology to save my own life, and it worked. Vedic astrology and Ayurvedic medicine, of course. 3 of Pentacles for my beautiful divine feminine. For my, you guys have some kind of collaboration. There's a friends with benefits situation, and I think it's become love for you. It could be with somebody that has Pisces in their chart. This hangman energy with the upside down 10 of swords. So, I think something that's supposed to end, or that may have ended at least one other time, is not ending. And it looks like they see you as very beautiful. My beautiful divine feminines, look at you. You're gorgeous. Look at that top that you're wearing. Like, they think you're, your body. They love your body. They think you're beautiful. They're very sexually attracted to you. I see this Princess of Wands here. They have a lot of passion for you. They have something else standing tall for you as well. It's very interesting. Obviously, this doesn't have to be just a male partner for my divine feminine. Divine feminine doesn't even have to be a person born female. Divine feminine can be the feminine energy in all of us, any of us. I see here the 3 of Pentacles, the King of Swords coming in here. That's who you have this friends with benefits thing with, or this is the person that is standing tall for you, whoever that represents in your energy. They have a lot of anxiety about you coming back around. They have a lot of clarity. They may want to end things with you. Nope. They may want to end this relationship. Yeah, they may. Let me keep going. They're very defensive. They could have some Aries energy in their chart. That's cardinal energy. You may intuitively know that they may have gone quiet recently. They may be married. It's possible. You may be married too, my beautiful divine feminine. And that's been coming out in readings a lot lately, because this is the 7th house energy that's being affected by the eclipse, and this is a reading that's going to be encompassing the eclipse energy, as well as that Mars retrograde and Saturn going direct. All of that's happening during the next phase of this month. It's quite a month. It's life-changing stuff happening here, and Uranus is still with Rahu retrograde, both retrograde and both in something called the Rani Nakshatra, which is actually ruled by Venus. So that's important to kind of see. And Mars, when going retrograde, it's going to be moving into a new, what's the equivalent of a lunar house in tropical astrology called a nakshatra. That lunar house is ruled by Rahu. So and Rahu is in Aries. Mars is one of Aries rulers. So this is all really important information that I'd love it if you come to Patreon. It's the equivalent of buying me a couple cups of coffee each month, and you get literally hundreds of videos right now for a $10 bill. You can access over 400 plus videos. You just get, if you come in as a VIP, you get free admission to live events like the one on October 30th, where I'll be connecting with the other side. I am a true psychic medium. It's actually in my chart and can be verified by literally any Vedic astrologer that I have the placements to be psychic. So it's not just me saying it, it's actually a verifiable thing. Yeah, 15,000 years worth of verification. So there you go. All right, so I do see this could be a third party energy. What you don't see coming in this situation, my beautiful divine feminine, is that this is a third party situation, and it could lead to a marriage. It could possibly lead to a marriage, the two of you getting together. This person may have a lot of anxiety surrounding you coming back and getting back together with you. Like, I think you're away or you're somehow not together. This person may have gone quiet recently. If they went quiet, just know that this is part of a love. So someone that goes quiet for like a period of time, like days, weeks, and then comes back around and it's like a full day of fast messages, that's called love bombing. And what I do during the day, this is part of what I do during the day, helping people to understand things like that, patterns like that. When a person comes in and hits you hard with messages, but all the rest of the time they're cold, there's nothing. This is called love bombing. It's classic love bombing. And if they're love bombing you, it's very likely that the next step is what's called devaluing. So that can happen in lots of ways. Name calling, bullying, yes, all the classics. Financial abuse, absolutely. And that can be as simple as them saying, I want to meet you. Let's meet in whatever city, and you get the Airbnb and give me the details and I'll pay you back. And then you get the Airbnb, you've paid for it, you may even be at the Airbnb, and they cancel. They're not going to give you the money. You've now spent money. They've gotten you to commit, to spend money on them, to take time, and they're not there. Why? Because they're devaluing you. They're devaluing you, your money, your time, your resources, and your emotions. They don't care about you, and they're letting you know that. And now they're creating, what that is creates a trauma bond, so that the next step for them is going to be the discard. They're building up to a discard, whereas you think that you're building up to something else. That's part of a trauma bond. You think you're building up to a relationship when it's never going to be that. It's a hard thing to hear, and I apologize if it's new and difficult, but this does look like a failure. It could be because of the three. It could be because this may have had some affair energy to it. Yeah, that's what's going to cause this to fail. So if you want to flip the script, more to a Pentacles, there's definitely an affair here. So someone is holding on to that energy. That is creating a tower here, my beautiful divine feminine. Someone's going to walk away. Yep, this is all part of a past pattern. I think that if you want to flip the script on this situation, if this is resonating for someone out there, if you want to flip the script on this, psychologically speaking, I'm not suggesting you do a narcissistic pullback. What I'm suggesting is that you stop pursuing. Looks like a classic pursuer distancer dynamic, where someone's all hot for you, they got love for you, they want you, but then something happens and they become the King of Swords. And it's like all this energy, all this shady energy. There's a lot of hiding stuff. There's secrets, and I think when Saturn goes direct, any secrets that you have, if it doesn't happen between when Saturn goes direct and when Venus is no longer combust in early December, I think it is going to happen during that time period, but it could also happen sometime in 2023, early 2023, while Rahu and Uranus are still in Varani. It's very possible. If this is a situation that's meant to be, stop pursuing this person. Let them make some plans. Let them figure some details out. If you're always the person making the plans, figuring things out, it's because this individual is not invested. They may come, they may show up, and I think that sometimes, especially for divine feminine energy, you feel like, but they've shown up. Because to you, a drop of water quenches your thirst when in fact you're in the midst of a desert. So that's why it feels that way to you. So that's a psychological metaphor for where you might be. There's that narrative of there's no good men, there's no good people to date, the dating pool is shallow, this is bad, that's bad. Start making a gratitude journal, a daily gratitude journal. Begin to use something called pranayama. Use breathing exercises to help yourself stay present in the moment. My beautiful divine feminine, I'm going to pull a Heidi card for you. It is the frog. Your voice needs to be heard. It's time to be heard on what matters to you. Frog cleanses negativity, making way for the new. So my beautiful divine feminine, what I think is happening here, and I will continue this actually, there is an extended, I think I said there wasn't, but of course there is. I'm going to make an extended for this, so I'll be making an extended and it will be time-stamped. This is all time-stamped for divine feminine, divine masculine, and divine human. Just like with big weekend energy, all time-stamped. Okay, my beautiful divine feminine, that was quite a reading. It will continue into the next clip reel onto Patreon. You can come on over there and I will be so happy to see you and to be sure to continue that and see where it's going to go. But I think we already know where it's going to go. So in terms of the psychology, that's not a good thing what's happening there. So if there is somebody that's friends with benefits, if you want to flip that script, just not pull back your energy like in that way, because that could be considered a narcissistic tactic. That's part of trauma bonding, somebody that pulls back, push-pull, the push-pull dynamic. So if that's not what you want, you just basically don't make the plans. Don't be so available. Start to fill your time by focusing on your strengths. Find friends, hobbies. It's not super hard to do. I'm new to the quarter right now. I've been here before, of course, and I have some friendships, some relationships have been established. But I've just been making new connections like crazy because that's how I focus on myself and my strengths. I'm building up my strengths. I'm building my network when I do that. So if a partner comes in, they understand that I have a strong network outside of them. That's a boundary. That's something that has to be created with certain people who think that they want to be the center of your universe. So they're going to create these dynamics where you're orbiting them. That's not a healthy approach. They should be worrying about losing you. They should be finding ways to make you happy, to give you peace. If that's not occurring, then that's not the person for you. Divine masculine, you have a tower moment coming in. You are at a crossroads about a divine feminine that you may have chosen outside of another relationship. You want to send them messages, but you have a hidden agenda, possibly. That hidden agenda is that you'd like a new beginning with this person. It's like a fantasy, though. There's a lot of happiness in this love relationship. It's brand new, but it is someone that I think you've been with, like in terms of like I don't know if it was a relationship. I think it might have been like divine feminine, where it was maybe friends with benefits or something that was casual. But right now, and if my divine masculines out there are going, no, I'm married. Okay, so you're married. It's going to be an upheaval because you may have stepped outside of that marriage with a new relationship with the 7 of Cups and this Page of Cups. So there's something here that there's a Leo here. There's between the sun and the moon here, night and day, you're thinking about this new love. Those obsessive thoughts could be something called limerence. They may not be based in reality. Some of you are very protected, very guarded. You have money, perhaps, and that could be why. This is the Ace of Wands that appeared in Divine Feminine, so this could be a match here. I could be reading for partners. And what I see here is that there is a failure in love. There's a failure. There's a stop. Like something that made you really happy, that, you know, you think about this person a lot. Because you're so guarded, because you're so protective, particularly of money or something connected to finances, especially if you are already in a higher level of commitment, meaning you're married to someone else, that could be why this other new relationship has to end or is failing. There could also be a failed marriage here, or a marriage that's not progressing. You may want to progress with this person that you're juggling with. You may work with them. It looks like you do. Collaborate with them in some way. You think of them as very intelligent, very creative. You'd like to choose them. You would. You want to have a relationship with them because they're smart. And they've even maybe helped you in your own work, in your business. They may have helped you in some way. You want to have a victory here, but at the same time, while you may want a victory, what's underneath this is the sense of being guarded. Is this tower? Is this failure, this waiting, this lack of progression in a relationship? This again has some Leo energy coming out. 3 of Cups, just like the Divine Feminine. This is a situation that does have a third party. It's very likely. If it doesn't, I would be surprised. And you may be heading to cut out this Leo. If there's a Leo here, you may be moving to cut them out. You want to move towards them, there's no question. But you go fast, slow. This is push-pull energy. This is narcissistic energy. Be careful of that. This is you being upside down about this situation because there's some really great sex here. But you are probably married with this 8 of Swords. The World card is turning. Love of family might be pulling you back. You do have love for this person. Yeah, you want to have a relationship with your Empress, with this third party. That's what I'm seeing here. That's pretty amazing, you guys. Yeah, you want to have the love. You may want to choose the love here. We'll have to see in the extended, so let me pull you a Heidi card. Poppy. You know, the Poppy is like about delusions and hallucinations. Poppy brings heightened intuition. That's sugarcoating it, my beautiful Heidi. And messages and dreams. Heed your inner voice. All may not be as it seems. And you did get the moon, I think, here too. You did right here. So I would clarify that in the future reading. I have to just clear the decks, but I'll make sure that I do that. Number 16, though, is important because number 16 is a karmic debt number that has to do with secret affairs. So some of you could be having a secret affair. You may be married and you may want to choose this Empress, but I think you're hiding your feelings from yourself in terms of this sense of the Tower and being really guarded and protective. You guys have to be clear about what you want before you start to destroy another person's life by including them in yours when yours is not yours, fully yours. Do you understand what I'm saying there? So if that's what's going on, and if someone's doing that to you, obviously you just have to like walk away from that situation because it's not healthy. It's not healthy, and you need to be with healthy people. Healthy people only. Oops, Divine Human. Oops. This deck is a bit of a mess. This is the Tarot of the Divine by Yoshio Shitani, a deck about gods and goddesses. Yes, I know, from all different cultures all around the world, and I just think it's kind of a great deck. The cards are pretty thick and they're hard to shuffle, as you can see, but we're gonna get there. We'll give it a good, I do 108 shuffles before I record anything. The decks I'm about to use, I always do 108 shuffles of each one. It takes me now between like 9 and 11 minutes. I've gotten very good at it, very fast. What I'm doing here is just trying to mix it up a little bit. I call it the intuitive shuffle. It's just me thinking this needs to go there, or, you know, I don't know. I'm a psychic, so I'm just going to trust myself on these things. Because if we don't, we continue to question. And you have to question your sanity because we can't verify anything. You can't act on psychic premonitions, but you can share them and let other people decide what to do. 10 of Coins, Divine Human. I like that energy for you. That's good. And Queen of Coins. Some of you are leveling up in your work, Ace of Wands. You had a big idea, you're acting on it, and there's an ending. Queen of Coins, Ace of Wands, and 10 of Swords. There's an ending coming and you don't see it happening. There could be some betrayal coming in. 7 of Cups. This is such a strong start though, so let's keep going with the reading because I need to get clear. This may actually have to do with work. Let's keep it going. 9 of Coins. I gotta keep going. I'm not gonna venture a guess quite yet. Does look like new love is coming into you though. Could be because of your money, so be careful if somebody wants to get back together with you. Very possible. You might be becoming single. 9-9 with the Ace of Wands. This Ace of Wands is going to lead you to financial independence, but it's also going to increase your anxiety, which is usually what happens when you start a business or you start making money. More money, more problems is what that's the truth of it. Queen of Coins, Ace of Wands, and 10 of Swords. So someone is not, there's someone out there that's looking at you with green eyes. They're envious. It could be someone very close to you, someone that you don't see coming. They could have Cancerian energies in their chart. This person is going to make a choice to end things with you. You'll be at a crossroads as a result of this. The devil is at the crossroads always. When we feel vulnerable, our boundaries get blurred and we're not in a healthy or stable place. And when that happens, we don't make good choices. We do not make those good choices. I think I need to just move myself just a little bit more. There is an Emperor coming in with this new love beginning. They have a lot of passion for you. I think I may have seen that. This Ace of Wands has come out in every deck that we've had for Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, and now Divine Human. This is somebody that you knew in a past life. It's very likely. Aries energy here, 7 of Swords. They're the ones that are going to be sabotaging you. Divine Human. Do you know an Aries? I love Aries. They want to sneak away to have a relationship with you. But what if they have to sneak away? The Sun, that's something that also came out in all three. The Devil, I told you, the Devil's at the crossroads. This person is the devil. They have devil energy. They have toxic energy. They may have addictions. They may be addicted to you. They may be married and lying about their marriage. They might be lying to you about this relationship. They may be future faking. It's a narcissistic tactic. It's part of that push-pull dynamic where someone is like, yeah, we'll get together. This is the thing that gets me. I have a friend with Aries energy, okay, who's always like coming in hot. And then, like lots of messages, it's love bombing. And I've explained this to them before because of what I do. I'm like, what you're doing right now is love bombing and it's unhealthy. And, you might want to work on that. Let me refer you to my colleague. They've not gone, but I really wish they would because they don't understand. So for some of you out there, this Emperor is married. You see this third party energy? Here you are, my Divine Human, Queen of Pentacles. Gender is fluid in all of my readings because it's fluid in real life too. Just saying. So is sexuality, but hey, we can think what we want to think. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles here. So I see you as being healthy, balanced, stable, abundant. And then this comes in and kind of messes up your energy. It's this person. It's this Emperor who's not together. They want you, but they're deceiving themselves. They're deceiving you. They're deceiving themselves. You know that they're happy with you. You know that you make them happy. You know it because you're with them when they're happy and they're like, I love you or whatever. And in the meantime, they're married and they've got a lot of money tied up in this marriage. Yep, they are married. They are married. And that's why this is going to fail. This came out in all three decks as well. So this is similar energies coming out. So for whatever reason, there is definitely a very strong energy flow right now in the collective of a friends with benefits, of a person that's come in, that's made you feel beautiful, that accepts you for all you are. That's the narrative you're telling yourself, right? And it's probably true when you're with this person one-on-one. It's beautiful energy. but they will pull back on you, right? Because they have a conflict. That conflict is likely another relationship. I've had friends who say that they're married or not married, whatever the case may be, married but ... She lives somewhere else half the year. Married but ... We have no sex. Married but ... We're roommates. Don't believe the hype. It's not true. Marriage is marriage is marriage. Whatever you do behind closed doors is on you. If you've got that marriage contract, did you know that in many, many states in the United States of America, it's actually a misdemeanor crime to have sex with someone who's married? So if someone is that's basically entrapment. When someone is married and they're trying to get you to sleep with them, that's entrapment. That's akin to entrapment. So try to keep that in mind. Say no to a person that's coming towards you, because this is going to end in a failure because they have too many burdens. They have too many attachments to someone else. Justice card. They're married. You could be married too, for all I know. What do I know? That there could be a marriage that's going to end also as a result of this. Like if you have you may have, look, this person is kind of devious, I think. There's deceit in their energy. And this is something that's a repeat from a past life with the two of you. It's very likely. That's what I'm seeing here. It's very possible. There's an energy here of a past life pattern. That's what's happening with all the retrogrades. That's part of the retrograde energy. It may have brought back someone into your energy from another lifetime, someone that you had to create boundaries with, that you didn't create boundaries with, and they may have hurt your life. So this person, I think, has entrapped you in a few ways. I feel that with the devil energy. I'm going to go ahead and absolutely, this is the Lovers. So someone may end a marriage and choose their lover. I saw that in Divine Masculine. Six of Swords, they want to escape with you. But actually, I don't think so. I think this is, the Lovers card is making a choice to escape. So this is a marriage. This is the end to that marriage. Oh, the other side's piping in. They're telling me it may be that it's not an end to the marriage. It's an end to the Lovers situation. It could go either way. I think it's 50-50 right now. Yeah, you could receive some, they may go cold on you, and then they may send you some messages to pull you back in, and you might be like, oh, he's talking to me, or she's talking to me, or they're talking to me. I'm so excited, because they send you they give you a few breadcrumbs. Like I said, I think earlier, the drop of water that feels like it's quenching your thirst because you're actually in a desert. You're not getting the attention and affection you deserve. You're just getting very little of it. And so whatever you get, that's part of the trauma bond. The person's not treating you right. And if you're responding to these tactics, you may have something called CPTSD, or complex post-traumatic stress disorder. It's a real thing. No, it's not in the DSM. The DSM was published in 2013. By the way, that was like almost 13 years ago, and it's not caught up. So the next one, I hope, will have things like this, because this is a real thing. It's about being exposed to prolonged neglect and abuse that can take place over the course of your childhood. You could be triggered by a relationship where you had an absent parent in some way. They weren't available to you in some capacity. So I see this as the Four of Cups. They're just going to hold back on you. And this has to do with, there's a lot of slow energy for some of you. I can see this turning into something eventually, but it's going to be full of resentment. They're always going to come back for the sex. That's what's going to bring them back. Queen of Wands, they see you as very sexy, very passionate. They want you, they just don't want you. And they're ashamed of wanting you. Four of Coins, see? They're holding on to you. They don't want you to have a life with anybody else. God forbid you should actually have some fun with someone else that can actually be there for you in daily life, that can sit with you on your couch, that can watch Star Trek with you, or whatever it is you like. This is a person that's just going to try to keep you for themselves. You got to defend yourself. Yeah, defend your money too. Yep, defend your money, defend yourself. This person should be ashamed. They're going to feel very stuck. You might feel stuck in the future by this, especially if you are collaborating with them in a business situation. Don't worry, you know what? You got angels around you, my beautiful divine humans. It's going to work out for you, but I think you need to create boundaries and do not allow this person to manipulate you. They're lying. They may be married. I think it looks like they are, and they're deceitful, very deceitful. They have a lot of shadow work to do. All right, do you want your beautiful Heidi card? Let's see. Heidi's talking about the pheasant here. It's not my favorite card of all time, but it's basically about being content in your gifts. That happens when you're present. Make a daily gratitude journal. That might help you. You can reach for the sky when you feel content. Your dreams will be fulfilled without ever having to fly. So some of you feel like you need to have that fairy tale situation unfold for you. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for that high in a relationship, that sense of, oh, it's like a fairy tale, or you know, it's so romantic, or you're creating, that's called magicalizing love. And I think that sometimes we do that when we have been neglected by a parent, and we may have a fear of abandonment from some other thing, possibly. It usually goes back to childhood there too. So I'm going to take this to the extended, my beautiful divine masculine, divine feminine, and divine humans out there. And I love you guys so much. I will see you soon. Bye.